everybody. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Are you checking things off your list? I want to know. Pop it in the comments. Let me know you're with me. It is Tuesday. It is the last live for the week. And yes, I will not be live for the rest of the week here, sharing this into the Bling Boutique. Um, Hang on one moment. And I just realized I wore something red yesterday. Don't worry, it's a different shirt today. This one says Holly Jolly. We're just going to be all festive, right? As we should. Okay, that posted into the Bling Boutique. So today is Talk About a Tuesday. And what we do is we talk about all things that you're curious about. So those of you that saw my late post last night, where I was like, oh my goodness, I have to post my post to Talk About It Tuesday questions in the comments. I posted really late last night because yeah, I may have had some other things on my mind, like everybody else does right now, right? But if you posted a question there, we're going to get to that in a moment. So, but before I get to the questions of the day, for our Talk About It Tuesday, where we're talking all about Park Lane jewelry and all the fun things, I do want to remind you guys of a few things. For one, Santa's Secret List is still happening. And in fact, I went shopping for more things for the sparkling stocking. Okay, I did. I went shopping for more things that I'm adding to that big prize bucket that some lucky person is going to win at the end of the month. Yes. Hello, Linda. Thank you for hopping on. So that is still happening, you guys. You can still earn tickets. How you earn tickets is by placing orders or booking parties and things like that. Plus, right now you're kind of double dipping because if you place an order, you will be earning also tickets into the mega party, which is happening right now, wrapped in style and so fun. My friend Kay Demmer went live today with arm parties. And fun fact, if you're in the mega party, Kay Demmer and I and our hubbies always typically hang out when we are on vacation. So when we go to, when we went to Zurich, we went on a couple tours together and all the things. Like we're kind of like trip besties, if you will. So yes, it's so incredibly fun, and she's so talented, and I just always love her lives when she talks about arm parties. Okay, so but tomorrow is the last chance to get your name on the early bird drawing with our mega party, and the prize is you get to be entered in to win 5 random colored impression bracelets. 5. So, and listen, if you own all of the colors, remember it's really fun to have more than one of the same color, especially when like you get 2 of our glow bracelets. Oh my gosh. Of course, they're going to be random colors that are going to be mailed to you. I think actually from several stylists around the States, if you are one of the lucky winners. But why wouldn't you like to receive 5 impression bracelets in the mail? But you have to be in it to win it. So if you place an order of any size, really, you're going to get on the list. You're going to get on the early bird list. And I don't know about you, but I do have some things happening tomorrow, and I'm sure you do as well. So get her done, get her taken care of today. If you're interested in getting in on any of the drawings, into the early bird drawings, use the link in the description, and you can snag tickets into the early bird drawing for our mega party and a chance to win some absolutely stunning impression bracelets. This is just an example. We have, I think, 14 colors of these impression bracelets. So they are absolutely so fun, and they're so incredibly fun to style with different bracelets that you can stack with them. So that's ending tomorrow, though. All right. So put it on your to-do list for today. Just go browsing if you're interested in getting in on that. Plus, you're going to go into Santa's Secret List to win a giant sparkling stocking full of a bunch of goodies that I keep adding things to. Okay? I keep adding things to. And let's see, what else is ending tomorrow? Okay, nothing else is ending tomorrow, but just early bird things, okay? So today is my last live for the week, though obviously I will not be live for the rest of the week. It's all family and all the things, Christmas for us here. So, yay, people are hopping on. Hello, everybody. Okay, too many people to say hi to. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for commenting on the live. I appreciate it. We have Talk About It Tuesday where we answer all the questions that you have that you may have posted in my Talk About It Tuesday post. Now, if you did not post in there and you have a question and you're live with me, meaning you see the little red live button on the upper corner, you know I'm live then. So you can pop your question in the comments and I'm going to try to catch it. So my little space to see comments is really small. So I often miss comments when I am live. So I apologize. Okay. So the first question. Okay, Melvin, stop. That's my dog. That is, he has his blanket and messing around my ring lights. So sorry, you guys. Okay, first question somebody has about Park Lane Jewelry, about my business, and all of that. First Talk About It Tuesday is, when does a new line of jewelry come out? So she's inquiring about typically our spring summer line that comes out. We get so many catalog launches. Well, we get 2 big catalog launches a year. 2 big catalog launches, and one happens in January and one happens in July. Okay, so now you know. So yes, we have a new line of jewelry coming out in January. But if you are a follower of mine, you know that we get new jewelry all of the time, right? All of the time. But when a new catalog comes in, that's when a lot of things drop all at once. Okay, we get a new catalog, like I don't know how many pieces, over 30 new pieces or so typically, and all of that. So January, okay, and then throughout the year, well, honestly, every single week we're getting new jewelry, right? The Starstruck earrings landed yesterday. I think these are still available. I did show them off on yesterday's live. They're so fun, perfect for the new year, in hematite and gorgeous. Those dropped in yesterday. So every week we get new jewelry, but when the big catalog drops, it's either January. Well, it's January and July typically. All right. All right. Thanks for hopping on, everybody. Thanks for talking to me in the comments. I appreciate it. Here we go. Next question is, Amy wants to know, does Park Lane currently sell outside of the U.S.? If Park Lane does sell out the U.S. as an American-based stylist, are you able to sell products in other countries? Great question. That's a yes or no question. So yes, we sell outside We have Park Lane in Canada. We have Park Lane in Mexico. We have Park Lane is huge in Australia, actually. And I believe there's a couple other countries that have Park Lane. So yeah, that's really fun. Can I sell to those other countries? No. Unfortunately, I can only sell to people who are in the US of A. Now, I have had actually one perk they do for us for our worldwide market is that, so one time I had somebody interested in Park Lane that was up in Canada. I personally can't recruit that person. However, they can put it in their back office. So she's kind of tied to me. So I still get perks from her as she works her business, meaning like a kickback on a couple bonuses, depending on what she does with her business as she works her business in the different country. So that's a little fun. So they still recognize, like, if we refer people to Park Lane and all of that. So she may not be in my direct team, but I'll still get credit for bringing her into Park Lane if, they choose. So yeah, so that's fun. But yes, we just can't sell outside of the US of A. Annie, are there pieces that will always be restocked available to order? Or is every single piece limited edition to a certain degree? That's a great question, Annie. Okay, so we have our staples with Park Lane Jewelry. But when a new catalog comes in, basically kind of half of the collection that was in the past catalog will be discontinued or no longer carried. So once they run out of stock of those items, they're no longer available. So when a new catalog comes out, we usually compare indexes of the new catalog versus the old catalog, and we put little marks next to the items that we know aren't sticking around for very much longer, or until while supplies last, right? So I guess to a certain degree, everything is limited edition because they could discontinue things. But some things have a long time standing with Park Lane Jewelry. For example, we had these whisper earrings. Actually, I think one color is now discontinued. They have been in the catalog since I started Park Lane over 10 years ago. They have been with the line over 10 years. And I know of a few other bracelets, like the Cherish bracelet has been in around forever. So it's like, I don't know if they'll ever get rid of that one because it's just been around. And then the Unite ring. Do I have it right by me? No, I don't. That's another one that's been around forever. And you can kind of tell because of how short the SKU numbers are, the style numbers are for the item. But it's just been around forever. So but eventually maybe it'll turn over. So, but we never really know. That's a long answer to your question. Jessica wants to know what's my top goals for my business of the new year. That's a great question. So one of my top goals that I always have on a yearly basis, I always have a sales goal, a team goal, and all of those things, because I do have a team of ladies that work with me in Park Lane. I don't like to refer to them as my downline, even though that's technically the correct term. But we work together as a team. Okay. We're called Stacia's Bling and Bombshells. That's my team name. But my personal goals though, I always shoot to sell $100,000 in jewelry every year. Okay. That's a personal sales goal of mine. And then team goal, recruiting goal. I always love to, hello everybody. I see we're copping on. Yay. Okay. Team goal, I always like to have at least 4 recruits every single month on our team. So that's not necessarily always personal, but on our team. So I would love to see our team grow. Those are personal goals, and grow throughout the year 2026 and increase our sales for 2026. Because my ultimate big, huge goal in the business is to promote up to the next level. And it's a marathon. It's a marathon to get there. Because I'm higher up on the leadership level already. So the next step up is a big marathon step up. But the fun thing about Park Lane though, this is super exciting and super fun. I always like to say this. So the fun thing about Park Lane though is that if you start as a fashion director, that's our very first level. The first promotion you can get is one of the easiest promotions you can earn with Park Lane Jewelry. One of the easiest promotions, meaning you start as a fashion stylist, you can promote up to what we call as a branch director, just with bringing in one person into the business. And that's going to give you a 5% increase. There's some other little logistical things about it to make sure you can check those boxes, but that's an extra 5% increase on your commission and sales. That's really exciting. That's the very first promotion. So it's like a super tiny baby step into receiving more commission and starting to build your team. And then the next level up is called area. So bring in some more people. And then we're looking at your team sales and your personal sales. You can earn a promotion up that way. The best part about it all is that with Park Lane Jewelry, you will never, ever be demoted. You won't. You won't ever be demoted. You will never be knocked down to whatever level that you earn. So leadership here looks extremely different than leadership in other companies. We don't have the pressure of month end here. We don't lead by fear here, meaning I know firsthand that other companies, because I was with a company that went under because they did this. At the end of every single month, it was like, oh my gosh, if we don't have a certain amount of numbers or certain this, certain that, your leader and your whole team gets knocked down after that month is over because we didn't meet the standards of whatever level we're at. Okay, so at the end of every month, you're leading with fear. Like, oh my gosh, you're checking your numbers. Like, are we going to make it this year or make it this month? Are we going to be able to maintain our level? So super like who wants to be a part of something like that where you might be knocked down after you've worked so hard to get that leadership level. We don't do that here in Park Lane. So that's the glorious thing is that once you earn a title, you keep a title, you keep that commission and all of the things. So I always like to point that out because it's such a, it's so different than other companies, right? It's so different. Park Lane allows if life happens, meaning if something happens and you need to take a break, and you need to go away, you need to take care of some things, you can go do that and then come right back into your business and you will still have the same level, same commission rate, all of that. Okay. Always. Never get demoted. We do not lead by fear. It's pretty darn fantastic. Okay. Carol, what's the new category of bundles on the website? Could I explain that? So basically, yeah, that's a great question. Park Lane created so some basic bundles that utilize our sale, have matching items where you can just go and look at those bundles and click add to cart. The whole bundle will be added to your cart. So it's kind of just like a quick link to getting the best deal on certain things. So if you go on my website use the link in the description, and you click on one of the pull down bars and it says bundles, click on it. There'll be a link to see like quatrefoil jewelry and all of that. So it's like pre-made carts for you to shop at all times, which is really kind of fun. All right. So that's what the bundles are. All right. So if anybody else has any other questions, I am here to answer them. I'm going to scroll back here, see if I can see any. Again, my comment spot is like super small on my screen here. So I'm going to see if I've got any comments from anybody who has a question about Park Lane Jewelry in my business, any of that stuff. Doesn't look like it. Y'all are just staying live and other wonderful things. Okay. So here we go, friends. Today is the last live for the week. And if I'm able to go live next week, it'll be only in my Bling Boutique on Facebook, my private VIP group. It will not be in a public forum probably of the YouTube and my Facebook page. So just so you know, I'm not going dark. I might just go live only for my people in the Bling Boutique. And the Bling Boutique is for my customers and my clients, not extra stylists. Oh, Kathy. All right. Do you and your husband buy gifts for each other? Okay. Do we buy gifts for each other? Yes. Buy for each other. Do you and your husband buy for each other? Meaning like Christmas gifts? I assume that's what you mean. So yeah, I'm a giver, you guys. I love to give prizes to you guys. I love to find gifts for others. So yeah, so we do exchange gifts and all of that for the holidays, if that's your question. Absolutely, because I love it. I love it. And you guys should know that because like, yes, gifts. Yes, you're right. Yeah, gifts. I love to give gifts and I love to find unique gifts for my husband. And in fact, gosh, I wish I could show you. Maybe someday I'll show you. I like to find different unique things because my husband is one of those guys that like if he wants it, he's going to get it himself, right? So he's kind of hard to buy for, especially this year. He didn't give me any ideas for what he wanted for a gift. But so then I go down to the personalized route. So my husband likes to sky ski. I'm not going to go into what that is. It's a water sport. So if you know, you know. But I created a lot of things with the sky ski image on it. I had my brother take a picture of him one time, and I had it made into this beautiful metal piece of art that is above our TV over yonder here. And then I had that same image like printed on a beach towel. And I had that same image printed on playing cards. And then last year we had some personalized sweatshirts made for him and hats and things like that. Because what do you do for a person that always like buys for himself? You know, he's really hard to buy. I go to the personalized route. And yeah, so I know. All right, friends, that's it. Merry Christmas, because that's what we say in our house, to say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Like I said, if I go live, I'll be live in the Bling Boutique after this next week. Okay, friends? And otherwise, I will see everybody on the YouTubes and things like that, like around January 5th. All right, friends? Hope you guys have a blessed holiday. And if you want a specialized cart, get into the early bird drawing or any of that stuff, you guys. The link is in the description. It will change eventually. I do need to close out the party early because there's things happening tomorrow, right? But let me know if you need anything. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Have a blessed one. Stay safe. Travel safe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.